Coach, let's start with the opening statement. And then
Awesome atmosphere. Congrats to Iowa State, and they played great today. I mean, they obviously had a great shooting stretch there in the first half that kind of gave them the cushion they needed, and were able to kind of ride it out. So, a lot of respect for TJ and what he's doing here, and the fans were great today. So, I guess good for Ames and bad for Arizona. So we'll move on.
questions, raise your hand. We'll get
You
Mike
said
to it.
after the game of McHale that they would have some commentary out here.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, they're a really good team, and they've been, kind of banged up with injuries and fighting themselves. And listen, it's not rocket science. All you got to do is look at their shooting splits, home and away, and you know that obviously they shoot the ball well at home, and hey, you're hoping your defense can have a little bit of an impact on that. And I'm sure we're going to go back and watch that and feel some defensive errors we did that could have either taken away a shot here or there or made one more contested. But we just didn't get it done, and you dug yourself a big hole. And I'm really proud of our guys for battling back. I mean, that could have been a 30-piece right there, and our guys hung with it. We got pride. We're here for it, and we're on to the next one.
Coach, obviously made a concerted effort to keep them out of the paint, it looked like. And how tough is it then when Momcilovic goes off the way he does?
Well, I mean, listen, it's a problem. I mean, I don't think some of his threes were on necessarily us keeping him out of the paint. They were on little actions, we call them, fake ball screens to a quick pin away, and that's a defensive mistake. I mean, you can guard that if you have awareness, and our guys just didn't guard it, and that's good execution by them. But that had nothing to do with keeping them out of the paint. I mean, we're trying to keep them out of the paint. They're trying to keep us out of the paint, and they made some threes during the stretch that allowed them to kind of get a lead at home, which was too much to overcome.
All the way in the back.
Hey Tommy, what do you tell your team when Iowa State can't miss?
I mean, they can miss. They just weren't. I mean, let's make them miss. Let's play better defense. And, I mean, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, they're a really good team with really good players. And, I'm sure they feel like, they got a big push in them now because obviously they came into the season with great expectations and have had some injuries that maybe threw them off their rhythm a little bit. But they feel like they're fully loaded now. So, I'm sure they're excited.
Bruce, go ahead.
To follow up on what you said, Tommy, Momcilovic actually said he thought that you guys were tagging the roller and really focusing on the paint.
Shouldn't have been.
But, okay, so
Mistakes.
that's the thing that wasn't intentional. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was curious about. And then just could you, what do you feel like finally got through in the second half? Like you said,
We got pride. We're going to fight back. I mean, we're not a bunch of bums. Like Iowa State played good. And our guys have pride, and they'll battle back, and we got good players too. It would have been awesome to get off to a little bit better start and made that game go down to the wire. I mean, that was the goal, and we weren't able to do it.
And your decision to go with Conrad a lot, was that partly just to free up Jaden a little bit, or did you want to play Conrad in that situation,
listen, Conrad's an amazing kid. I love that kid. High character, incredible player. I just haven't given him a lot of opportunities, and the way that game was going, you never know. You throw a curveball in there and see what happens. And I thought he really, really, really impacted the game. His stat line won't show it, but I thought he really impacted the game. And it was a spark, so that definitely is something I can put in my back pocket going forward.
Any other questions?
Well, did you have any hesitation about that? I mean, we haven't seen him a lot. I know you've spoken highly of him, but in a game like this with a lot going on.
I mean, Bruce, we were down 20 points. I mean, you got to try something. You know what I mean? Like, you got to try something. And the kid deserved an opportunity. And, if we were down 4, I probably wouldn't have did it. So the way the game played out, I thought it was an opportunity for him to come in. And, if it went well, it gives me a good look. I don't want to put him in those situations sometimes when we're down 2 or 4. Because what if it goes bad? I'm trying to build the kid's confidence, and he was great today. So, we'll see what happens going forward, but I'm really proud of Conrad and his character. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.